The Ballad of Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders, a tragedy in five-star disguise. Oh, gather round, my fellow travelers, and let me spin you a tale so wretched, so unholy in its mediocrity, that even the ghosts of Victorian-era hoteliers would weep into their lace handkerchiefs. This is the story of Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders, a place where dreams go to die, where promises are as empty as their minibars, and where customer service is a myth whispered by fools. Act I. The grand deception. I arrived, dear reader, with the naive optimism of a lamb trotting into a slaughterhouse. The lobby, stylish, the staff, oh, but their smiles were as hollow as a politician's promises. The first red flag. The receptionist's eyes glazed over as I spoke, as if my words were mere static interrupting their sacred scroll through tick-tock. Charming, why this is bad, a hotel's front desk is its face. If the face sneers at you, what hope is there for the rest of the body? This isn't just bad service, it's a psychological assault. You're not a guest, you're an inconvenience. And when you're paying hundreds a night, that's not just rude, it's theft. Act I. The room of broken promises. Ah, my room. A shoebox with delusions of grandeur. The carpet, holes, not chic, distressed vintage, just neglect. The air conditioning, a cruel joke. It stopped at night, leaving me to marinate in my own despair like a forgotten rotisserie chicken. And the shower, oh the shower, a dribble of lukewarm sadness, as if the pipes were powered by the tears of past guests. In winter. Do you understand the cruelty? Why this is bad? A shower is sacred. It's where you wash away the sins of travel. When it fails, you're not just cold, you were betrayed. And the AC, that's not a malfunction, it's torture. Sleep is a human right, and they stole it from me. Act I. The symphony of suffering, the noise. Oh the noise, trams screeching like banshees, traffic howling like the damned. I paid for an atrium view to escape this hellscape, but Nathi upgraded me, downgraded to a room where the city screamed directly into my soul. Why this is bad, a hotel is supposed to be a sanctuary. If I wanted to sleep inside a blender, I'd have booked a hostel. This isn't just loud, it's false advertising. They knew, they always know. Act IV, the breakfast of champions, if champions ate cardboard, stale bread. Stale, not artisanal stale, not quirky stale, just sad. The buffet looked like it had been raided by seagulls. The staff, overwhelmed, underpaid, and radiating contempt. Why this is bad, breakfast is the promise of a new day. When it's a tragedy, your whole day is cursed. This isn't bad food, it's emotional sabotage. Act V, the final betrayal, the manager. Oh, the manager, a creature so devoid of empathy, I suspect they were grown in a lab by a rival hotel chain to destroy joy. I lost my keycard, a crime apparently, and when I apologized, they sighed, I have no time for this. Why this is bad, a manager is the last line of defense against chaos. When they don't care, the ship has sunk. This isn't rudeness, it's
Okay, here is the a Traveller's Advisory. The businesses around Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders, let's be frank. Having recently assessed the landscape surrounding the Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders, I find myself disheartened. It's not a place radiating vibrant, welcoming energy. Instead, what I've discovered feels complicated. The businesses here, as a whole, present a rather peculiar tapestry of inflated expectations, indifferent service, and a general air of taking you for granted. It's as if they assume your presence is a privilege, not a choice. It's a grim assessment, I know, but one born out of careful examination. And believe me, my soul aches with each detail I uncover. Now it's crucial to understand this isn't about isolated incidents. This is the area. These aren't exceptions, they're the rule. It's a pattern, a feeling in the air. It's like walking through a beautifully decorated room, only to find the foundation is crumbling. Let's dissect this. The shopping experience, a matter of disappointment and dismissal. Shopping in this immediate vicinity seems to be an exercise in testing one's patience and perhaps one's self-worth. Emporium Melbourne, the large shopping centre, appears to be a particularly potent source of frustration. It's cold, not temperature-wise, though I wouldn't rule that out in Melbourne, but emotionally cold. Staff often seem to operate under the assumption that your time is less valuable than theirs. I've observed a consistent theme, a dismissive attitude bordering on outright rudeness. One woman recounted a deeply upsetting experience, seeking directions and being met with unwarranted aggression simply for attempting clarification. It's baffling, and frankly, it's appalling. There's a recurring issue with assistance, or rather, a distinct asterisk lack of it. Stories of empty promises, lost wheelchairs, and abandoned requests for help paint a grim picture. Imagine needing assistance, only to be met with thinly veiled contempt, and then to be hung up on, truly, a special kind of disrespect. It feels like they've forgotten the very core principle of retail service. Another recurring complaint involves cleanliness or lack thereof. A visitor described finding a mouse roaming the food court, a mouse asterisk. Honestly, it feels like a slap in the face to anyone expecting a reasonably hygienic environment. It's as if they simply don't care. They don't care if your experience is ruined. Then there, Incu QV. Oh, Incu QV. The reports here speak of staff who appear to view customers as intruders. A judgmental atmosphere permeates the store, a silent assessment of your perceived fashion sense and purchasing power. It's a retail experience built on exclusion, not inclusion. Several accounts detail outright rudeness, condescending remarks, and a general sense of being unwelcome. One unfortunate customer even reported being falsely accused of trying to scam the store. Can you imagine? A asterisk scam, the audacity, it chills me to the bone. It makes my stomach hurt. It is a place that believes it is better than you. Wellness and self-care. A paradox of promises asterisk Prana House, a wellness center, presents a particularly disturbing contradiction. It markets itself as inclusive, yet reviews reveal a pattern of inadequacy when it comes to accommodating beginners or those with physical limitations. A couple attending a Pilates class felt utterly lost and unsupported, with no modifications offered despite disclosing injuries. It's inhumane to lure people in with the promise of inclusivity only to leave them feeling inadequate and disheartened. It's a betrayal of trust, a perversion of the very principles of wellness. It's something I struggle to articulate the full weight of, and the complaints don't stop there. Cold studios, noise pollution, and instructors who seem more interested in talking asterisk at asterisk you than guiding you through a meaningful practice.
Culinary disappointments. A gamble with your palate and your health dining near the Hotel Indigo is a gamble. Rice paper scissors, for instance, seems to operate on a philosophy of style over substance. Numerous diners have reported underwhelming food, with dishes described as overly salty, gamey, or simply flavorless. One particularly horrifying account detailed a meal that left a couple physically ill, with suspicion falling on potentially contaminated ingredients. And it doesn't end there. There's even a documented case of a severe allergic reaction caused by a lack of communication regarding allergens. A customer with a sesame allergy was unknowingly served a dish containing the allergen, resulting. So I was looking into crimes near Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders, and oh my goodness, it's like, super scary. There are so many scams and frauds going on, and I'm like, how can people do this to each other? Like, have you heard of those ghost stores in Melbourne CBD? They're like these fake boutiques that pop up, pretending to be local businesses, and they advertise these amazing deals on high-quality clothing and shoes. But like when you buy something, it's super low quality, and you're like, wait, what did I just get? And then, when you try to get a refund, they're all like, sorry, nope, you have to ship it back to some random warehouse in another country, and maybe, just maybe, we'll give you a partial refund. Like, can you believe it? It's so mean. I predict that most people who fell for this scam were tourists just like you who wanted to support local businesses. They thought they were getting a good deal, but really they were just getting ripped off. And like, can you imagine how frustrating that must be? You're on vacation trying to enjoy yourself and then you get scammed. It's just like the worst. And oh yeah, there's this other thing going on in the area around Hotel Indigo Melbourne on Flinders. Shoplifters are like super brazen, and they're filming themselves stealing from stores and posting it online. They're like, haha, look at me, I'm so cool, I'm stealing from this store. But like, it's not cool at all. It's so hurtful to the store owners, and it's affecting the whole shopping experience for everyone else. I predict that these thieves are just like thrill seekers who think it's funny to cause trouble. But like, what they don't realize is that they're causing real harm to people's businesses and livelihoods. And like, it's not just the store owners who are affected, it's also the employees who are like super stressed out because of these thieves. It's just like so unfair. Air, 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 air. air, 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 air.